7 candidates, SIE candidates. So here I am, Ken Finnan of Capital Advantage Tutoring, also known as the Series 7 Whisperer, in the weird shady light, trying to help you pass the SIE exam, the Series 6 exam, the Series 7 exam, the Series 63, the 65, the 66. Hike. Okay. Now, I hope we're doing well. It's Tuesday, right? I think it's a Tuesday. I have no idea anymore. I'm kind of brain dead. Let's get on this shit. Okay. Now, hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's having a great day. Let's get on it. Listen, I do this every time. Couple of free resources, right? You got Brandon Rith. You got Susie Masters. Susie, I want to say Susie Ormond, but it's not Susie Ormond. You have Brandon Rith. You have Notman putting out some good stuff. You got Achievable putting stuff out. And again, I'm telling you right now, if you're taking the SIE, Achievable's the shit. There's no one better than explaining stuff than them. A good second is Notman. Not even a second. They have good. See, I think Achievable doesn't have as many videos yet. They're getting there. Notman has all video, but they have packets and stuff like that. So they all have ways to contact. I think Achievable has a forum you can talk, kind of like a replacement for Reddit. Okay. Oh, Tiffany. Okay. Look, I always think whenever something gets delayed, like whether it's out of your hands or not, that's a higher power telling you, hey, get off. Maybe you're not ready. Okay. Either way, we're in good shape. Okay. So welcome on. Again, if you need help with tutoring, I'm here to help you, obviously. If not, you got if I'm too expensive, you got Michael Weiss over at series7examtutor.com. Okay. Leanne, that's awesome. You just started, right? So so what's going on? What have you done so far, right? So have you started reading yet? How are you doing it? Okay. Okay. Jessica, okay. That's like 5 questions in one, violating the rules on the first question. Crazy stuff. Okay, so now. Okay, so here, a couple things. Okay, Reese, you asked a question. I forgot what it was. You asked a question in the how do you know where you put the strike price? Boom. Okay. Now, let's get into this. Okay, so we'll start. I think that works. Anything else? Oh, don't forget a couple things. You can join my memberships. We meet every Sunday night. There's different levels of membership. There's one for just the 7 or the 6, 65, 2 different classes. I have a higher one that gives you the options. Oh, I understand it. Got it. I'm so glad. Because once you watch the video a couple of times, it comes in. Okay. Yep, it's about the strike price. I remember that. I was going to answer you, and then I figured hopefully I'll see you on here. Boom, Joe. Boom. Hey, congratulations. The test means nothing compared to that. Fucking congratulations on being a dad. Okay. That's good. That's awesome, Leanne. Okay. Joe, hold on. This is more important than the test, right? Boom. We got a new life coming in. We got a new life coming in here. Boom. And it's coming from a great person. So that's good. It goes, boom. I love it. That's awesome. Joe, I am so happy for you. That's a great thing. The 7 takes second to that. Boom. So it's like passed the exam and saw the positive test at the same time. I am so happy for you. Okay. Ivy, how are you? Okay. By the way, I saw Ivy, you posted in the Facebook group. The 2 Facebook groups you should join, even if I know that Facebook's for the cool kids now, but we'll let you in. So there's 2 Facebook groups. There's one called Series 65, 66 Exam Prep. Over 2,000 people in there, super active. And then we have FINRA Exam Prep, SIE, Series 7, Series 6. That's what it's called. It doesn't have the Series 65 on it. That's another guy, Lonnie Moore, has a group that's pretty good. But my group, Kim Falbo, I voted for your girl, by the way. I wanted to tell you that. I voted for your girl. And then you join them. They're free. Just join up and we'll let you in. And they have a lot of people active. So, Ivy, you posted, if you look on my pinned announcements at the top of it, there's a couple other that are really interesting, okay? But the one that you want to look at is Beth, I think, she has a study group. You just join in. I think they meet on my they meet on my links, and they meet like every morning and every afternoon or something like that. Go check them out. Okay. I know you're looking for a study group. Okay. Patricia. Boom. I love that. That's awesome. I'm so happy. Any surprises? Okay. Okay. Any surprises on this? Boom. Okay. Now, again, Joe, I am so happy for you. You must be over the fucking moon. I'm not going to curse. You're a new dad now, so I'm going to try not to curse as much. Okay. Okay. So let me get into this a little bit. Tiffany, again, I'm every time something gets a poem, whether it's canceled on, I always think that's a sign from above. Or see, Kim, you're on here because of Mercury retrograde. I know you are, because I know that it's been popping up a little bit. Now, take it as like a gift from God to say that you're done. Patricia, you're not done yet. You still have the other exams left, right? Or was that it? That works. Boom. Okay. Now, Leanne, so good. You're reading. So here's it. I didn't think so. I always tell people, like, this is what I tell them. We know what's on the exam, right? We know what's on it. No surprises. All I ask all the time, are there any surprises? Anything new popping in? That's all I care about. In reality, I mean, look, I could sit there and I get shit from people all the time with this on the exam. And you know what? Yeah, it's the same shit every damn time. So I'm not going to worry about it. I just want to know if there's surprises. Yeah, not on math. Never really is. Okay. Boom, there you go. I love it. Get some reading in first. Look, I love to take your money, but in the series 7 and the membership group shit, but I would give it a week of reading first and then join. Okay. Boom. Okay. Now, hold on. Leanne, first thing you do, if you can, if your firm isn't requiring you, okay, if your firm is not requiring you to follow a program, read the book first. Boom. Okay. Read the book first. Okay. Advanced decline, Chelsea. It's advanced decline rate. So now, I would get through the book first. And if you have a choice of vendors, I would take a look. I have Achievable on the link. You don't have to even do it on their own. There's no one better than Achievable for the SIE. Seriously, they're fucking awesome. Okay. This is what I tell everyone to do. For the 7, this is what I tell everyone to do. Get the Achievable. If you're buying it yourself, get the Achievable and buy the Kaplan QBank. This way you get both, the best of both worlds, right? So you get Achievable teaches it better, and you get really good questions, challenging hard questions from Kaplan. It's worth a shot. Okay. Technical versus fundamental. You mean fundamental? Jessica, do you mean technical versus fundamental? I assume that's me. Okay. Wendy, about a month, about as long, pretty much as long as it takes for this series 7. Well, okay. Boom. Hold on. So Jessica, I'm throwing something in here for you that's going to answer all your questions. Boom. Well, 2 of them. So Jessica, the link I'm putting in here now is fundamental versus technical. And the balance sheet shit and all that. Okay. Now, let's talk about your other shit. Okay. Now, Jasmine, okay, we'll talk in a second. Hold on. Let me get to Sinner first. I'm going to get back to you, Jasmine. Hold on. Yeah, STC is fine. Okay, hold on. There you go. Get off here. Go. Get some sleep. You can be fine. Okay. Don't sweat the options too much, Sinner. Tomorrow, especially tomorrow. Do you know the basics? Here's the thing. For the SAE, do you know the basics? Do you know how to get break even? Do you know, if you watch my playlist, do you understand the basics of options? Do you know what a call is? Do you know what a pub is? Okay. Catherine, no, I mean, you can do it. It's just the problem is I'm going up to that flea market I talk about on Friday, and Mother's Day is Sunday. So that's going to get in trouble. But you can, I don't know what you mean by Jane Doe. You got to be better on that one. Okay. I need a little more specific. Okay. Now, Sinner, what you do is, here's what you need to do tomorrow. Get some sleep, first of all. Don't sweat the options. If you know what a call is, you know what a put is, you know how to get break even. You know that if you're long stock, you buy a put to hedge, sell a call for income. If you're short stock, and I have videos on this, if you're short stock, you buy a call or sell a put for income. If you know the basics, okay. DV, if you know the basics of options, you'll be fine. Watch my quick and dirty video. Make sure you know the risks. Make sure you know what a register up can do, and go beat this fucking thing. If the options is your worst part, you're good because you're going to get maybe 2 or 3 questions. Okay. Yes, we're meeting Sunday. My wife already knows I'm doing because it's nighttime. We're going to the museum in Natural History. So if you ever go in there, I'll be in there with my grandkids and my son-in-law. So if you want to go visit me in the Museum of Natural History, we'll see you there. Okay. Okay. Let's see. So now back up to Jessica a little bit. Oh, again. Yay, he had a kid. He's gonna have a kid. Okay. Okay. Oh, they can use 12 or 0. That's it. So so if you use 12%, you have to use 0. That's it. If you use 12% as your top, you have to use 0 as your opposite. Okay. Now, escrow to maturity. Escrow account is like a legal account, right? You set it up and you put shit in there and it has to follow certain rules. Like when I bought my house, when I bought my first house, God, in the 90s, I happened to drive by. It was raining. Thank God I did. And I drove by the house and on the way to the closing, literally. And I saw there was a puddle in the middle of the driveway, which wasn't there when I went to see it on nice days. Now I know whenever you go to buy a house, go buy at night, go buy during the day, find a shitty day, find a good day. All those, because you want to know, that's where you find the problems. Go on a rainy day, look where there's puddles. So the big puddle, okay? Okay. Sinner, no, you should not be taking any more tests. Okay. Yeah, no, devils are losing. That's, okay. So just get some sleep, my man, or woman. Get some sleep, sinner. More important than taking an exam. But maybe if you have STC, watch the Crunch Time Facts. Okay, now, an escrow account. So what happened was we were fighting over the money. He said, oh, it's not a big deal. I said, I don't know how much it costs to fix a driveway. So what I set up was I said, okay, how about we do this? I looked online. Back then it was dial-up, so it took fucking 10 minutes. But I looked online. I saw various things between $3,000 and $7,000 to fix a driveway. So I said, put $7,000. Okay. Oh, there you go. Very funny. The one with the little Dave, is that the one with the little thing? Okay, now, okay. Not saying anything, nothing wrong with it. In Greek, that was a good thing. I wonder why in Greek they like smaller ones, but whatever. I wonder why. Now, so what happened is I had to set up an account. So I had set up an escrow account with a lawyer. An escrow account is like a legal account where certain parameters have to be met for the money to be released. So they put $7,000 from the sale of the house in the escrow account. So I went to get, and I didn't rip them off. I found a fair guy do the driveway for like $4,500. I took the $4,500 out of the escrow account, and boom, they got the rest of their money, what I didn't put in. So an escrow account is a legal account that has to meet certain requirements for the money to be released. But again, it's a legal account. And why does that matter? Because an escrow to maturity, if that's also called defeasing the debt, pre-refunding, advance refunding, all the same damn shit. Okay, so here's what happens. I issue a bond for 5%. A muni bond. I issue a muni bond for 5%. The rates drop to 3%. I want to call the bond, refund it, issue a new bond, and pay off the old one, but it's not callable or not callable yet. So I can't do that. So I'm going to do anyway. I'm going to issue a bond at a lower rate anyway. I'm going to issue a 3% bond for about the same amount that I have the old bond. Okay. My shit. I'll get there. Okay. So now every vendor has Kaplan has a suitability workbook, and so does STC. And then my suitability videos. Now, interest rates are now 3%. I issue a bond for 3%, about the same amount as I issued for the old bond. I take that money from issuing the bond and I buy 5% treasuries. Those 5% treasuries are kicking off interest. That interest goes to pay the old bond, and the only thing I owe is the new one. That's escrow to maturity. That's defeasing the debt. Know that it's very safe. Why? An escrow to maturity bond is very safe because it's that new bond has been escrowed to maturity. It means it has a fucking treasury behind it. Okay, so that's the big thing. Now, moving on through this. Again, I'm going to stop there because look up my limited partnership video. I have a limited partnership video somewhere. Okay. I can't answer 5 questions on this, right? So, escrow to maturity. So defeasing the debt, advance refunding, pre-refunding, escrow to maturity, all mean the same thing. Flow through entities are like limited partnerships. So all the money. So if I have a partnership, this is the last one I'm doing because I have videos on the math formulas you need now. And I've done that a million times. There's not a lot of math on this test. Okay. So flow through entities, limited partnerships they make money. All the partners get the money, okay? The actual partnership doesn't pay taxes. It goes through the partners, they get the gains, and then they get the write-offs called losses. They get to write off both. Remember that pass-through entities like limited partnerships and stuff like that are not liquid, okay? And you really have to be a taxpayer. Like you have to have some sort of tax issues to really benefit from them. You have to be in the high tax bracket because if you're in the, remember 50% of the country doesn't pay federal taxes. We all forget that. So 50% of the country should not buy munis or limited partnerships because why bother? If you get a tax advantage, what the hell does it matter to you? You're not paying taxes. Okay. Okay. I've never yeah, so it's a cap. No, it's not the Kaplan quick sheet. It's a Kaplan tips. If you have the whole Kaplan program, there's a thing called Kaplan tips and tricks or something like that. That's all stuff you might see on the exam. I don't know how much is on there, but um no, that's you shouldn't be posting in there, Chelsea. Okay, now everything on there could be in the exam. That's the rule. Okay. That's what and everything on there could be in the exam. That's about it. Okay. Okay, Leanne, you're reading. Get through it. Okay. Kim, I love it. Okay. Sinner, we already talked. You're getting off of here. Okay. And absolutely, you're going to make your text. I just did another video this morning about make it being a bad bitch and taking it like a savage. Right. Good. Okay. Daryl, I love it. Taking it on the 17th. I saw your picture of you studying out on the water. That's fucking awesome. I love it. Find ways to study. Boom, Patricia. You're going to come in that group and you're going to love it. Bunch of good, mostly girls. Good. A lot of good stuff. Okay. Okay. I have about American Dream dying. I'll try to do more. I have one that's in the works that I'm trying to do right now, but I have about 6 or 7 of them. I'll work on more. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, there's no numbers on the 63. There's no fucking numbers at all. Okay. Hold on. So hold on, I'm gonna get you in a second. I'm just trying to get a couple things done. Okay. So Dave A. Here we go. Same thing. Here's the link for the CMOs. Lee, first thing I want you to do before you ask that question, because it takes a while, go in my MSRB playlist. Hold on. Go in my MSRB playlist. That's the best thing you do right now. Hold on. Because the big things, those take a while, right? So I'm not gonna I'm gonna click on the link here. You get through that, and if you still have a problem, where the hell am I? Ben Bowmaster. That's awesome. Okay, so who just asked about Lee? I'm putting it right here. That's the underwriting spread video. Go watch it. If you still have problems, we'll talk. It's not harder than that. Okay. Hold on. Let me get back up to this. Okay. So here's the thing. The advanced decline ratio, right, is like if you ever watch CNN, there's a heat map, right? So the advanced decline ratio, there's a heat map. And that heat map says, Ben, I'm going to hit you. You got to stay on. I'm going to get to you. Okay. Now, because I can't keep blowing up Chelsea. Okay. Yes. Okay. What test you taking, Facebook user? Now, I mean the sales classes, right? So now I'll go through them. The advanced decline ratio is how many shares are up versus down on the day. That's literally what it is. How many shares are up versus down on the day. Okay. That's what it is. Okay. It's how many shares are up versus down on the day. So you look at it. Oh, yeah. So don't sweat it too much. I'll go over it basic. Okay. So now, so that's telling you how wide the market is. So if you see, I don't know the pictures because I had to change my shit around, but like if you see, can I do this? If you look on this heat map, you'll see like red and green. If you see like the advanced, that's the advanced decline ratio. Every share that is up, okay? Okay. Every share that is even up a penny is going to be green. Every share that is down a penny is going to be red. So you can look to see how many of them are red versus green on the whole on the whole. Okay. So what can happen is you can see they're red. So if you see a lot of green, like you say you have 500 securities, right? If you see like 400 of them are green versus red, that means that it's a deep up market. But if you see the market's up and only a few more than a green than red, then it's not a strong market. That's the advanced decline ratio. It's just telling you the breadth of the market, how deep the up or down is. Because if you see the market up, like this is the best example. The market, I think the S&P is up since January, right? It's up like maybe 5 or 10%. Great. It's 7 fucking stocks. Okay. And it's like Microsoft, Google, shit like that, Apple, Tesla. Those stocks drive the market. Okay. I think even Meta. If you took those 7 stocks out of the S&P, the market would be down 2% on the year so far. So think about that. 7 stocks are, so market's not doing well other than those 7 stocks. Okay. That's the point. That means it's not a deep bull market. It's not a bull market at all. In reality, it's down. So if you just if you have those 7 stocks, the market's up on the year. If you take them out, it's down on the year. That means it's not a strong, broad-based upward move. It's just 7 fucking stocks. And it's a tech stock. You know how I know that it's a tech stock rally? I literally dumped all my tech stocks to pay my son's tuition in January. I knew that the stocks would run. I mean, they literally went up 30% since I did it. Wendy, 3 to 4 weeks minimum. Okay. Jasmine, you're good to go. Make sure you're good to go. Okay. You're scoring well. Take some of my exams online to match them up. I would focus on. Okay. I would make sure that I own the investment risks and what the register up can and can't do. Find that in your book. Okay. Investment risk and what the register up can do. Boom. Okay. Go. Okay. First 66 is fucking read. Just read the book straight through, and then I have the 66 playlist, right? That's literally what it is. I try to put it in playlists, but I do throw shit out all the time. Just try to get through I know they're going to give you a hard time, like take it quick, but try to get through the book one time before they give you shit. That's the biggest thing. Okay. I think they also have, if you're at Edward Jones, I think they have an account with Achievable too. So see if they'll pay for that. I'm pretty sure Achievable, Edward Jones has an account at Achievable. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Sinner, I got it. So are you taking the 7 after this? Again, don't sweat the options too much. It's not that big a deal. Okay. There you go. So as Michelle said, so see if they'll get you an Achievable link. You know, boom, that'll really help you a lot. Okay. Yeah, I think the video class, their teachers are good. I think, what is it? Mark Esposito and Jim somebody, or Jim, I forgot his name, are the good teachers if you get into the class. But again, don't sweat it. You're going to rock this thing, Sinner. I know you are. Okay. Catherine, you can look to see if there's anything open, but where are you scoring? Catherine, if you're scoring in the mid-70s, save your money. And look, if you get fired, if you fail, then yeah, we'll meet. But if you have another shot and you're scoring in the mid-70s, you're probably okay. Okay. So we did that. Okay. A double barrel bond. Okay. So double barrel bond is this. So here's the deal. So if you ever played sports and you like I went to school in North Jersey and I lived in Rivervale, it was a small little town, and then Hillsdale was a bigger town, but my town wasn't big enough. We could afford a middle school, but the high school wasn't big enough for high school. We'd get our ass kicked in every sport ever, but I would have played all the time. So we ended up merging our high schools with Hillsdale. It's down next to us. We went to Pascagoula Valley. So it's Pascagoula Valley Regional High School. So normal GO bonds can't leave the town, right? So if you have a bond, okay. So if you have a bond, okay. Oh, Catherine, you're fine. I mean, I'll meet with you and go over some shit, and I have some questions we can do that are really good. But look to see if there's time. If there's not, don't sweat it. Don't kill yourself. Now, a double barrel. So normal GOs are in the town. So if I'm in Rivervale, I issue a bond. It can only be used in Rivervale. If I am in Hillsdale and issue a bond, it can only be used in Hillsdale. But the two towns got together and said, okay, let's merge the high school. So some of our taxes are leaving the town. So a double barrel bond means it's like more than one. It's leaving. It's like a combined town, like a regional high school. Like if you go South Jersey, there's a lot of big ass fucking high schools like Southern and Eastern and all these schools. There's like 5 or 6 towns feeding into it, and those are all double barrel bonds. Okay, they built the high school with double barrel bonds. Multiple towns are pitching in. So that's an example. So if you see like a county park system or a county library system or a county high school, has to be a GO. It can't be a revenue bond because they can cross state lines. But GOs can't. Oh, by the way, a double barrel can't be 2 towns. So like I was in Rivervale, the next town over was like Montvale, but then there was a New York town right next to it. We could not Tapan. We couldn't merge with those. It has to stay in the state though. Okay. Every Sunday, baby. Okay. Again, I'm hoping that you kind of just don't do another test tonight. Okay. Devil can come back, right? Okay. Again, the suitability stuff. I have the 2 videos on that. Go find the Kaplan suitability workbook. If not, STC has one. They all do. And that's just 2 questions. Okay. I think if you have Notman, they have their own exam too, which is pretty good. Okay. Okay. Now, so that's not a rule, okay? That's probably a firm rule, okay, on that. So if you by the way, everyone put in here, how many people on here don't have full-time jobs yet that they're looking? Because I'm talking to somebody who may want, never mind. How many people are looking for jobs and stuff like that, or looking to change? Just you don't even I guess you'd have to put your name in here, but just like the situation, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure something out to help people out. Okay. So now, not for me. I don't get any money out of it. I have somebody that I can talk to. Okay. Um, but I think they're mostly New York things. So anyway, so yeah, here's the deal, Chelsea. You can't, no, there's no rule unless the firm, if you work for a firm and they say you can't be in Discord or anything like that, here's the thing. You can be in them. You just can't fucking talk. Okay. I mean, you can't say anything. You can't push stocks. You can't do anything. And any kind of communications you do about stocks or what can be considered a recommendation would have to be either pre-approved or reviewed by your firm. Okay. So FINRA doesn't have a rule that you can't be in them, but the firms go, you know what? Maybe you have to. Okay. Maybe you can't do it. Like I had a couple people that when they log in and they start working, they say, give me your account. And they scrub their freaking LinkedIn. Like one guy, he had on his like his hobby, his like past accomplishments was like president of the investment club at Cornell. They made him take it off. Very weird. They just made him take it off. I don't understand why. Okay. But yeah, there's no rule against it, but you can't, but if you post in there, you better don't post anything in that thing. Just read the damn shit. Okay. Yeah, I can try to do another 63, but I covered a lot of it, and then I have the one where I do the exam. Okay. So boom, I hope you got that. Dave A on that video. Underwriting spread. I hope Leah watched that. Lee watched that video. Okay. Fucking A, Ben Bowmaster. I love that shit. Any surprises on this thing? That's awesome. 1 down, 2 to go, right? You get the SAE done, you get the 6 or the 7 done. And now here's the thing. Enjoy it. I keep thinking it's a weekend, but enjoy it. Then get on just get a couple of days, enjoy this shit. Okay. Oh, Saturday. So you have a couple of days relaxing. Maybe tomorrow, get on the reading if you haven't already. And remember, guys, anyone who just started studying, please try to, before your bosses get on your ass, try to read the book straight through one time. Because at some point, they're going to come at you. Okay. At some point, they're going to come at you. And say, oh, got to start taking a lot of tests. So you want to get as much of the book in before they do that to you. Okay. Carla, yeah, I mean, that's fine. I think a month depends. If you get to, here's the thing. So I don't know, you probably said it, but if you're working full time, you probably want to push it to 6 weeks at least. That's, you know what? 7, 8. Here's the thing on this. 2 months is almost at the far end of what you want to do. Because if you take too long, so it's like I disagree with someone who goes, this is a sprint. I think it's like a mini, like it's sort of a marathon. It's like an 800. It's like a half, say 5K or something like that. You don't want it too long because if you take 3 months of study, you're going to forget shit you learned before. So you want to sit there around 4 to 6 weeks. 4 to 6 weeks is good enough that you can still remember shit. I mean, I can't remember what I had for breakfast, but you can remember some of your shit and then you're not getting killed. I think that's the way to go. Okay. Okay. Facebook user, you're still on here. Now, for the SI, it's not a big deal. So now, when you buy a mutual fund, okay, When you buy, I don't know if people is we still on here. I don't know if they're doing ads or not. I have no fucking idea. So I wonder what happens if they do a commercial. Anyone get a commercial on here? I don't know. Okay, so now, okay. So did you guys have to suffer through a commercial? Sorry. Okay. Does it catch up? Do you miss stuff? I don't know. Kind of shitty if they do. I can probably turn it off after this one. Okay, let's talk about investment companies here. Okay, so now if you're going to buy into a mutual fund, yeah, let's not talk about which kinds to invest in, but the classes. Okay, so if you're going to buy into a fund, there's really 3/4 choices. There's Class A, Class B, and Class C, and that's really the same. It's just the same fund you're going into. It's just different doors. It all depends on what you're doing. Okay, so if you buy into a fund and you have a lot of money, okay, say you have a lot of money to put in and you're going to invest for a long time, you may want to do A shares. Okay, so why do you want to do A shares? So A shares is like, okay, so the more you put in, the less they charge you. We know what a sales charge is. We know the max sales charge is 8.5%, right? So the max sales charge is 8.5%. So what's going to happen is they're going to charge you 8.5%, which I just said a million times. So, but if you put more money in, they go, oh, you're going to put in 50 grand? Okay. Okay. If you're going to put in 50 grand, we'll only charge you 7%. If you put in 100 grand, we'll charge you 4. If you put in 200 grand, we'll charge you 1. And if you put in a million, you won't do anything. Right. Break points. Okay. So Class A, the sales charge is what it costs to get in. Okay. Now, sales charge is what it costs to get in. And the more you put in, the lower they charge you, called break points. Right, Michelle? Now, that's one of the charges. Okay. So a sales charge. So if you're going to put long-term lot of money, you do, what do? You do break points. Okay. Long-term a lot of money, you do break points. You do this Class A. Jesus Christ, I'm getting old. Long-term a lot of money, you do Class A shares. Okay. This is for the SIE, the 7, maybe even the 66. So long-term a lot of money. Okay. Reese, why the fuck would I explain it in detail? What, do you want a class on it? It's not going to be on the fucking test. It's not going to be in detail on it. What do you know about a zero tranche? They get paid at the end, and they don't get paid during the life of it. That's literally what you need to know for CMO, for the zero tranche. They get paid at the end. They have the most prepayment risk, and you get paid at the end. Boom. That's it. Don't worry about it. You must be using Past Perfect or Kaplan. Now, when you go into a mutual fund, you pay a sales charge when you go in. Okay. And then if that's a front end load, that's Class A. Now let's say you're going to put it in for a while, but maybe you don't have a lot of money, so maybe do Class B. Okay, Class B is what happens. Class B you pay when you leave. Okay, Class B you pay when you leave. But the good thing is the longer you stay, okay, on the Class B, the longer you stay, the lower they do. So let's say you leave after 1 year, they charge you 7%. If you leave after 3 years, maybe they charge you 4. If you leave after 4 years, they charge you 1. And if you leave after 5 years, they don't charge you anything. That's called the contingent deferred sales charge. You pay as you leave. It's called the back end load. So it's contingent on how long you stay, and it's deferred to the back end. So I think you can. Remember, you can't call a Class B a no load because you are paying sales charges just when you leave. Okay, so Class B is for long term, and they kind of got rid of a lot of them. Now, Class C, you pay a level load, like you pay like 1% a year. It's like a 12B1 fee. Okay. So you're basically paying a fee every year. Okay. And that's for short term. So those are the sales charges. They are not part of the management fee. They're not part of the expense ratio. That's just like cover charge to get in. There's also a no load. A no load fund means you pay no sales charge going in or out, but you will pay what they call a 12B1 fee. We'll get into it. So a 12B1 fee is a fee for marketing and advertising. Kind of like, hey, you give us 1 or 2%. You give us like 0.75% or 0.5% of your assets every year. We're going to get more investors. Why do I care about that? Okay. Yeah, Johnny, you do not underestimate it. You're going to be fine. Everyone who underestimates the 63 gets fucked. Okay. So make sure that you read it at least once or twice before you take any tests, and act like you're taking the 7. That's how hard you want to hit it, but it won't take as long. So 12B1 fee is an annual fee for marketing and advertising. And you think, wait, why should we pay for that? Well, here's why. Because if they bring in more investors, then you're sharing the expense ratio. Okay, good. So you're sharing the expense ratio. Erica, how are you? So, oh, I know why you're on here now. That's funny. Okay, so now, I know you just got off work. I'm not accusing you of anything. So now, what was I going to say on this? So 12B1 fee is what it charges. Why do I want to pay that? Because the more, if they bring in more people, we all share the expense ratio. Okay. So if I have a set expense ratio, kind of think this way. So if you all go to buy a summer house at the shore, hopefully some of you live, just shore is a Jersey term for beach. Okay. So now if 4 of you buy it, it's going to cost you 30 grand for the summer. Okay. And it's 4 of you, that works out to be like what, 12, whatever it is, 12 grand, whatever the hell it is. Okay. Not 10 grand, 9 grand, 8 grand, whatever. Now, I know that. Well, my wife is supposedly, but okay. But remember, that's the thing. So if you're not loyal to me, don't expect me to be loyal to you. Okay, there we go. As long as you're open, as long as you're, as long as we're honest with each other, as long as we're open and we know what the deal is, we're fine. Okay, everything's transparent. Okay, so now, okay. Just go to, here's the thing. Oh, let me put it on the bottom. It's easy to do here. There, it's scrolling across the bottom, Catherine. That's my website to book. Okay, now. Okay. Now, if 12B1, the reason we like that is like, look, if you have 3 of you buying a house for 30 grand for the summer, it's going to cost you 10 grand each, right? Easy math. But what if you bring in another 4 or 5 girls or guys? Fun. What happens then is that you get if you do that, then it cuts the cost down. So that's why that's why the 12B1 fee is, because what happens is we do marketing and advertising, get more investors. They're sharing the expense ratio. More hands make easy work, right? So if we have many hands, make easy work. So if we have that, right? So if you do it that way, then it lowers your costs every year. So you're paying a little bit, but it's supposed to lower your costs. I don't know if it really works, but there. No, A shares are not this. Remember, so A shares are not just investment companies. They're part of them, but A shares are a one way to get into a mutual fund. B shares are another way to get into a mutual fund. C shares are a third way to get into a mutual fund. Okay, here we go. 2 bonds currently quoted at a 5.5 basis, maturing exactly 15 years. The coupons are 6 and 7, which bond with the greatest appreciation in value of the yield went down to 5.25. Lower coupon, so I got to go with 6. But the lower the coupon, the deeper the discount, the more the bond will fluctuate. So here's the problem. Oh, yeah. That's right. Okay. Yeah, 6. Remember, the lower the coupon, the deeper. I'm glad it helped. The lower the coupon, the deeper the discount, the more the bond will fluctuate. Say it with me. First, long and low, baby. The lower the coupon, the deeper the discount, the more the bond will fluctuate. Okay. Hope that works. Does that help, Vandana? Vandana, that's a great name. Vandana Devi, that's a great name. So there has to be the 6 because it's a lower coupon. Just stick with that rule and you'll never go wrong. Okay. Yeah, you're good. You're solid. Okay. Yeah. You know, but Barar, you're very solid. Okay. Boom. I think you're in good shape. As long as it's not from memorizing. That's the thing. As long as it's not from memorizing. Yeah, they're fucking wrong. They do that. You know what it is? They're wrong about that because think, if you have a 5, no, they do that whole fucking higher coupon shit for them. No, because and I know I've seen Vandana. I'm telling you right now, I've seen them, and I know they're fucking wrong. But here's the thing: they go, oh, because it's a higher coupon, it's more attractive. Efficient market doesn't fucking matter. They're wrong. They're wrong. Because they say a 7% pays more, so more people will buy it. It doesn't matter. Because if the yields drop and you pay more, you're losing more at maturity. It's fucking wrong. As long as you're memorizing, okay? Because I've seen that fucking question on Kaplan, and I know they do that shit all the time. They think the higher coupon moves up more. It doesn't. It's stupid. The math doesn't work. Okay, so now, and again, they're allowed to be wrong. I mean, it's a vendor. Okay, so now, As long as you're not memorizing, you're good to go. Go take the same thing. Your scores are solid. Okay. Boom. Okay. Dave, you should. Yeah, I mean, you should just take your time. You're good. You're in good shape. I'm telling you right now, you're in good shape. Yeah, I'm telling you, they're fucking wrong. I've seen that answer, and I've shown it to people, and I have bond traders go, no fucking way, they're wrong. Okay. Remember, they're doing stuff. Remember, they're not perfect, and not that my bond traders are perfect, but it's not worry about, like, there may be a situation where that's true, but not on this fucking test. Okay. Long and low, baby. Long and low. Okay. Um, yeah, go with achievable. Since you already have training consultants, here's a question. Here's what I tell you. If you yeah, we saw you on the Jow. So if you are having trouble understanding stuff, okay, then get the achievable. If you're good and you're solid and you feel strong, get the Kaplan. But it's because achievable treats the shit like the stuff they definitely teach it better than anyone else. Okay. Again, we got it. Zero tranche, right? A zero tranche is just is a tranche that can pays at the end. It has the most prepayment risk, and it's risky. I don't even know why someone will buy it. Okay. Okay. Not even close. Then achievable? No, I disagree. They're good, but they're better than training consultants. They're better than Exam FX. They're better than AD Banker. I don't think they're better than achievable than for the SIE. Okay. Um, you mean is it for the 7? I mean, I'm literally maybe. I think they're this is what I tell everyone to do. Do the achievable. So do the achievable program and buy the Kaplan Bank. Because I do agree the Kaplan Bank, the Kaplan questions are harder. Like I'm not a huge fan of Kaplan, but the one thing they do is because I think some of the questions are bullshit. Some of their questions are hard, but the thing that they do, you can buy their Bank, which is great. Okay. Ivy, for which test? Um, if it's for the 7, I'm in the middle of recording it. I haven't done it yet. I'm literally, it's, if you can see, it's on my edit. If I would show you, but it's on my editing screen. So I'll probably have it out tomorrow. If it's for the 7, for the SIE, it's probably already out somewhere. Okay. They've always sort of done that. No, a lot of, like, I wasn't paid to study. I had to study in the morning before work. When I was at that, it was a hedge fund / broker dealer. I had to study before and after work, and it's like we met for like 6 weeks. What's funny is that yeah. So I'm cutting it as I speak. I'm editing as I speak. Like after this, probably finish editing it tonight, and I'll have it up tomorrow because Wednesdays. Yeah, I can put it out on Wednesday. Okay. But I don't do the investment. I just do the disclosures because I have a shitload of videos. If you want to do the investment risk, go to my if you want to see the investment risk, go to my SIE playlist. And actually, you can even go to my if you go into the series 7, the 24 hours before the series 7, there's a suitability called securities. I do it there. And I think I have a and in reality, never mind. I'm all over the fucking place. Go to my 24 hours before the 7 playlist, but also go to the SIE playlist. The last video is all investment risk. I do nothing but that. Okay. So right. So some people have to, it all depends where you are. So like a lot of the firms like Edward Jones, all the analyst class, they get paid to study. I think a couple other people do. I think if you're a Chase, you're paid to study. I think if you're on the banky side, like the Chase and and like some of the Wells Fargo, they're paid for a few weeks to study. Some of them do. A lot of places still have to do it on their own. Yeah. Yeah. And you spelled happiness wrong. Remember, there's a Y in that. Wasn't it a Y in that movie? Okay. I'm just kidding. Okay. Really? Oh, are you really? Oh, wait, Tiffany, but were you hired to be a is that Edward Jones? It's not A.J. Edwards. It's Edward Jones, right? So were you hired? You're working there already, though, right? You weren't hired to be an advisor, right? Aren't you a BOA or something like that? Or I don't know. What do they call a BOA? So so I think if you're hired as an advisor, what they do is they give you 17 days. They pay you well. They give you 70 days for the SIE, 17 days for the 7, and then 17 days for the 66. Okay. Okay. Right. Right. So branch office manager, right? So I think yeah, right. So you have to work. I think the people, if it's a what's the best way to explain it? If you're coming on as in the advisor program, I think they pay you to study, but it's a hard fucking 17 days. Okay. Right. No, there you go. So they give you time, right? So a lot of places, some places will carve out, like, I know I have places where they go, oh, we cut a deal with their advisor, and they study in the morning, and then they got to work. And if they get their shit done by noon, they can study from then on. There's a lot of different things, right? Reese, it's all different things, right? Some people get paid to study. Definitely there's programs where they're paid to study all day long. I had one, the first time I heard of it, I was at Teller Prebon, and they gave them 6 weeks to study, paid them the whole time, but they got one shot. It was only the 7, the 63 they didn't care about. If you passed the 7, basically it was 15 people. We had to teach them a little bit. They were in the office, and boom, okay. And they got one shot to pass it. If they failed it, they were fired, like that day. And the one at a group of like 18 people, one kid failed because he just stopped doing the work, became a fireman, and now he's happy. Okay. Okay. Right. Yeah, but they also have more pressure on you. Cool. Okay. Catherine, you got it. Good. I'm glad. Okay. Um, couple. Cap M. I mean, here's the thing. So, like, one I took, I had like 3 of them, right? Another I took, I had none. Who knows, right? To Coverdale, you get 1 or 2. Are you worried about them? Remember, no maths. No maths, baby. Hardly any math. You might have to do total return, which we've done, and tips. Other than that, I haven't seen anyone get any math on the 66. Okay. Oh, got it. There you go. That sucks. Tiffany, that does suck. And then they pushed it off on you, right? Because it's like, no, you can't study, but we're going to keep pushing it off. But we tell you you're not going to be ready. Okay. Then it's amazing how shit changes. Like, fuck. I know you're like, I should get time to study, get paid to study. But you know what? You got the exams, right? Okay. Now, so Coverdale, you get a couple of them. You know that I have a video in the quick topics where I compare Coverdale to 529. That's really where you're going to be on that. It's not going to be super detailed. Again, they're not trying to kill you on the CAPM. They just want to make sure you understand that it's all about balancing risk and reward and finding expected returns based on the risk, all that shit. Okay. Hey, I'm only 10 minutes behind. That's fucking amazing. Okay. Fucking Steve, I didn't even read this. That's awesome. Boom. I love it. Congratulations. That's awesome. I'm so happy for you. That's great. So, and now you're taking the 63. That's awesome. Yeah, man, that's awesome. You just wanted to see where you were. I can't believe how many students that I have a lot of students that I've a lot of students. Okay, and I can do that. Vixen. I can do Vixen. Okay, so now um I have a lot of students that they go, they have a test booked, and I just tell them, like, and I know they're ready, but they don't think they are. So we just talk and say, look, what happens if you fail? Oh, I take it again in 30 days. So I said, okay, if you're okay with it and not going to go crying on me and bawling, 'cause I guess you can't stand that. I mean, it's fine. It's just, I don't know what the fucking doing if somebody's crying on the phone. I go, it's okay. It's okay. And by the way, if you ever talk to me on the phone, not in a rude way, I'm actively trying to get off the phone. I don't like talking on the phone. I prefer texting by far. So really understand, guys, if you ever call me on the phone and I'm not being there you go. Fixed paper rub. Exactly. Okay. Julian, there will definitely be, well, on which test? 7, not a ton. Okay. Not in the 7, not a ton. On the 66, a few. But you'll get a couple. Like you'll get a few on each, but not like super brand, not like balance sheet shit. So but I tell a lot of people, oh, just take it. And a lot of times they end up passing because they're so relaxed taking it, they're not freaking out about questions. And that boom, Steve, that's awesome. How great is it to do a flyer and fucking pass? It's awesome. But I want you to take the 63. Let's not ruin the rise by blowing off the 63. So go hard at that one. If you go hard, read the book once or twice straight through, or get through the program, and then start taking questions, and then you're gonna nail it. And I'm telling you, every time somebody buys Achievable, I say, listen, get the Achievable and then buy the Cap and Q Bank. it's a fucking great mix because then you're not used to what, even if Achievable sold their questions, I would just say the same thing, get the Kaplan and the Achievable QBank, but they don't do that. It's all one program and it's pretty cheap anyway, so it's not expensive. Okay. Yes, 7. There's a few partnership questions, but again, more about suitability than about the balance sheet breaking it apart. Okay. Okay. I like when people talk to each other because then I can catch up. Okay. The VIX. Okay, rub on my chest. Okay, so VIX. Okay, so now the VIX is called the volatility index. One, it's based on the S&P 500. Remember that. So the VIX is based on the S&P 500. It is a volatility index, which means the more volatile the market is, the higher the VIX goes. In my mind, I try to think of like that when you're at the carnival and you slam down on the thing and the bell rises, the thing rises and hits the bell. Hopefully, I've never done that, but I get it to go up an inch or two. Okay. I get it to go up like 4 inches. 4 inches is great, right? Okay. Now, if you do the VIX, so if you think the market's going to be more volatile, the VIX. So if you see this, the VIX goes up. If you see this, the VIX goes down. So if you think the market is going to be more volatile, you think the VIX is going up, you would buy calls. It's like inverse. Okay. If you think the market's going to be flat, you're going to buy VIX puts because the VIX is going to go down. It'll never go to zero, but it's a volatility index. Now here's where they get you. For the most part, this is the way the market goes: up, 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 bang, down. Up, 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 bang, down. So usually the down is volatile, is like the fucking violent moves. Okay. So usually the when the market crashes, it goes down. That's when the market's more volatile. So if the market goes down, what's the VIX doing? Now, if it's steady and slow, the VIX is going to slowly creep down. But when it's crazy, it goes up. Okay. Boom. So that's the VIX. Okay, literally that's it. So if you think the market's getting more volatile or going down, buy the VIX calls. If you buy right, if you think the market's getting less volatile, you buy VIX puts. That's what you need to know. Flamor, that's awesome. I think I saw you on LinkedIn at one point. That is awesome. How was it? Any surprises? I wasn't worried about you. You were worried about you, I think, but I wasn't. Okay. Yep. Pretty much it's inverse. Boom. I love it. I am so happy for you, my man. I got Joe from LinkedIn coming on, and he not only did he pass, he found out he's going to be a dad. That's the old thing. So now I remember the old joke was, oh, is it going to be a boy or girl? I want to know if I'm going to be an uncle or an aunt. Okay. Boom. Okay. That helps a little, Vandana. Okay, good. Okay. Oh, hold on. I went right past Sinarena. Okay. I like the way you say, okay, Sinarena. Okay. Is that a beach? That's a good beach. Okay. Yes. Hard stop. Yes. Yeah, Flamor, it could happen. That's sometimes you get a bad fucking pull, right? You get a bad version. It's just like, wow, I'm getting my ass kicked. Okay. That's awesome, Flamor. I love that. That's awesome. I love people. So, guys, if you guys want to have game chat, I'm going to use you as a segue. If you guys want to have the options and a fucking change your life options, go join my options membership and join my thing at night. Okay. 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 Oh, Brian, we'll go. Okay. Let me go on this. So, first of all, Cinerina, yeah, switch to Achievable. You have enough time. That's 17 days, more than enough time. Go in here, get the link. If you don't want to, go somewhere else. Just go to the website. But if you go to my Facebook group, if you get in there, I think I have a discount code in the link too. Okay. The discount code, you can use your own link and use a discount code. It doesn't track back to me. So if you don't want to use my link, I don't care. Just you can use your own and then buy it. It's fucking worth it. You'll be like, oh my God, why wish I switched earlier? And then take these MFX and light it up. I'm not promoting arson, but I'm like, okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, every one of my students wishes the entire test was options. I feel so bad. There was a guy on Reddit. Let me undo this. But Brian, I'm going to get to your question. Okay, I'm going to leave that up again because I like that. Boom. Okay. So here's a Vandana. So the videos are obviously all the time, but the class is only Sunday nights, 8 to 9:30. But you can watch the videos, and I try to replay I say I'm going to replay the video, and I have like 3 weeks worth of videos I have to post. But if you join the options video, the options class, the big one, then you get that plus a 7 class plus all the options videos. Whenever you buy the highest membership, you get everything below it. Okay. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, no, I don't remember. So no, there's a guy on Reddit who took the 7. I feel bad for him. Okay. And he goes, he's appealing it because he got like a 70 or whatever, or 68 or whatever it was. And he said, I got like 35 option questions. And he said, I'm going to appeal. Okay. Um, so he was appealing, and I told him, the problem is I feel bad because I use my Android to respond to it. It's a name. It's like my Finster name. So he probably didn't recognize, not that he would recognize. I'm not a celebrity, but it's just fucking piece of shit. I told him that he's probably not going. It's not going to work because they want specific questions. Okay. Yes, Steven, I can absolutely do that. Stefan, is that the same Stefan from like a year ago? Maybe, I don't know. Okay, so now, boom, I'm happy the options work. But anyway, I feel bad because they said there was like 35 option questions. He thought it was a mistake because his tutor and his boss said he'd get 10 max. I'm like, well, I can understand his boss making that mistake, but a tutor should fucking know better. And that's the other thing, guys. If you're looking at tutors, whether you use me or Michael Weiss or Brandon, any of these people, I don't care. Okay, you have to, even if you go on Wyzant is a great site if you want to try it by Amy. That's awesome. Thank you. Okay, now, boom, Stefan. That's awesome. I will get to Brian. I'll get to yours, and Stefan, I'll get to your answer. Don't you hate when you forget what you're talking about? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Nobody cares. Oh, anyway, he wanted to appeal it, and I see that's what happens when you get old. And just my thing, my brain goes beyond what it says. Oh, you're done talking about it. We're gonna move on. So that's the problem with being such a fucking smart guy. My brain goes way faster than everything else, and I can't catch up to it. If you only knew what fucking went on in my head all the time. Okay, now I think you'd hate me, but whatever. Zyrtec, not mental drugs. I have to take Zyrtec at night. It puts me to sleep. It shouldn't, but it does. So now he tried to appeal it because he thought so many options, but he said, no, that's probably the range. His tutor saying that it was only 10 max is just wrong, and he shouldn't do that. So if you guys are going to go somewhere else and look for tutors, which are a lot of them out there, you can go on Wyzant, make sure that's the only fucking test they do. Okay. I don't care. Go use me, use not me. There's a bunch. There's Jim Moore is good. Joe Nissam in California, all that shit. They're good tutors. Okay. Make sure that's pretty much all they do. Don't get some math tutor, high school teacher who can do it. Okay. Boom. Okay. Okay. Probably because it had more calls than Brian. I'm working on you now. Okay. Now. But again, if you're looking for tutors, obviously I can help you out. But if you're looking for tutors, go on Wyzant and just make sure you look in their bio. If they teach everything under the sun, don't fucking use them. Because as much as some of this stuff's easy, you got to make sure you get someone who understands the exam and who does nothing but Series 7, SIE, stuff like that. You don't want some guy who thinks he knows his math. And you especially don't want a guy who just passed his fucking test last week. Like there's a guy on Reddit who keeps posting he wants to work with this. I said, fine. What's your fucking background? You know? I mean, I'm not going to let you post on here that you're going to do tutoring, free tutoring or whatever, unless I know that he goes, I just passed the exam. Then you're not ready to tutor it yet. Okay. You might have got a fucking 70. Okay. Here's the deal. The only way that you can have unlimited. Okay. So if you sell a call, an uncovered call, it's unlimited loss, right, Brian? Okay. And if you buy stock or buy a call, you're going to limit your loss. You're going to change it. Now, the only time a covered call can have unlimited loss is if you sell more calls than you own stock. So let's say you own 1,000 shares and you sell 12 calls, like a ratio hedge, right? That ratio rate, that would have unlimited loss because you have 10 covered calls and 2 naked ones. Okay. So that's the problem. Okay. So you can have unlimited loss on a covered call if you sell more calls than you own stock. The only other time a covered thing has unlimited loss is if it's a covered put, which is short stock, short a put. Okay. That's the only other time it could be that way. Short stock, short a put. That would have, because it's 2 sells, unlimited loss. Other than that, It would have to be so it'd have to be that you have some uncovered calls, unless you just have a fucking shitty ass book. Okay. Okay. I'm telling you, we want the entire test to be options. But remember when the 7 used to be 250? It was like 60 to 70. Okay. That's 60 to 70 questions. How am I right? About what? I don't even know what I'm right about. Okay. No, I'm not fucking smart. I just do this shit. Okay, so now, what is an access person? No, I'm all smoke and mirrors, baby. Okay, so now I'm quick. Okay, I'm not saying I'm not smart. I know what my IQ is, and I know where it is, and it is what it is. Okay, what is an access person for the 66? But if you talk to my wife and kids, they think I have like a 130 IQ, like I'm an idiot. Okay, so now, that's probably why. Take the 80 banker and fucking burn it. Okay, okay. Now, yeah, Amy will work on that. Okay. Now, access person for the 66. That is someone. Okay, there's a couple things on here. An access person is someone who has access to customer private information. Okay, Brian, and if that's all you have, that's fine. Just go to my videos. Just okay. Anyway, back to this. So now, an access person is someone who works for an investment advisor who has access to client information. Like, so they have to do certain things because they have access to it. Now, that's one. So if you're a registered or an IAR, not registered rep, if you're an IAR and you have access to customer information and stuff like that, you're an access person. Also, if your firm primarily, this is a nuance, okay? And this is on my exam. If your firm primarily does investment advice, all the partners, officers, directors, and the IARs over the account are also considered access people. Okay. And it's written that way. If your primary business is giving advice on securities, the partners, officers, directors, and the IARs are all considered access people. But if you're just doing a part of it, then it's only people who have actual access. Now, what happens if you're an access person? Don't worry about the dates. Just remember this. If you are an access person, you have to do an annual securities holdings report. So when you first start, you have to give them a list of all your personal securities holdings. You don't have to do mutual funds unless it's advised by your advisor, and you don't have to do treasuries, right? But normally mutual funds are not disclosable, nor are treasuries. But if your advisor is advising that mutual fund, obviously you have to disclose that. You have to disclose your personal holdings report. And I think if it's managed, you don't have to do it. I think remember that if it's fully managed where you can't make decisions, like by a third party, you don't have to disclose it either because it's like a mutual fund in a way. Now, every year you have to do a personal securities holders report. And then every quarter, you have to do a quarterly transaction report, like redundancy, right? So you have to do a quarterly transaction report, which lists your transactions in those securities. So then what happens is I have the list here of that you gave me when you started. And then I check your quarterly transactions, and then I figure out, do those transactions meet up to your new positions? Do they match? And if it's not, you're fucked. Okay. Okay. What's an NLA? I don't do acronyms. The National Lipid Association, the National Limousine Association, North Lakes Academy. How about Newsleaders Association, National Lacrosse Association? NLA is Simon Mwanza Kapwepa International Airport in Ndola, Zambia. Nebraska Library Association. Initialism of Network Location Awareness. What are we talking here? Non-licensed associates. Okay, thank you very much. Okay. I'm just fucking with you. If they have access to client accounts, yeah. If they're just a regular person who, like a secretary, nothing wrong with it. But if they're just like a receptionist and they don't have access to the accounts, then no. But if they have access to client accounts, then yes. So it's not so much about being licensed. It's about, do you have access? Do you have access to clients' personal information, private securities? Okay, now. Okay, let me work on that for a second. Okay, hold on. Stefan, I'm happy for you. Hope that helped. Okay. 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 So here's the deal. Your company's tracking you. So Amy, so this is what I tell people. Bang through the past perfect early in the morning. Get through just enough. Literally just fucking mail it in on the test. Just get through just enough. Okay? just enough to get through it and then finish the rest of the day unachievable. Like sit hammer through just like that, get through it and then work on the achievable. That's the way to do it, okay? That's the easiest way. That's the only way to do it. They're going to monitor. They say, oh, wow, she's doing it well. Because I don't think they track it by the minute. Hopefully they don't. But if you can get through it quickly and then maybe by 11 or 12, and then you can spend the rest of the day studying the good shit, that's the way to go. And then when you're done with achievable, then do past perfect questions and do both achievable and past perfect to give yourself a challenge. Okay. Okay. Remember this, Catherine. Federally, so IAs either register federal or state, never fucking both. Okay. Okay. Now, never both. Okay. IAs. Hold on. Where's my phone? Hope it's not ringing there. Okay. So I think if the person I'm supposed to talk to tonight, if he's on here, that's great. You know, I'm not done yet. Okay. So now, because I'm supposed to talk to someone around 9:30. A federal covered IA does not have to register in a state if they have no place of business. They never have to register. Remember, boom. Okay. Perfect. There you go. Just bang out quiz it early. Pay someone. Pay your sisters to take practice questions. Okay. Just quiz. Yeah, boom. Just play the game. I'm all about finding loopholes. Okay. So now, federal covered advisors do not register in a state ever, no matter fucking what. If they have more than 5 clients or in a place of business, they have to notice file. IAs never register in the state. Bang. IAs never, federal IAs never register in the state, and state IAs do not register under federal unless they go up. Okay. Remember that. So if a federal covered IA would meet the definition of an IA, meaning they have more than 5 clients or an office, they just notice file. They don't fucking register. Boom. Does that help? Hope that helps. Okay, let's see what okay. Boom. Oh, okay, cool. Do you mean are they want? I'm glad to see. Just keep that in mind that federal. It's never both. Reese, do you mean if are they look? Are they trying to imitate? Because that's like a buy a put, sell a put. That's a spread, my man. That's a spread. Buy a put. Oh no, okay. Yeah, that's a spread. That's a put spread. That is a bearish put spread. It's a debit spread. You want it to widen. You want it to exercise, right? And the net is whatever 650 minus 210 is. That's a spread. So we're bearish, okay? Yes. So here's the deal. Find the dominant option. Here we go. So Reese, have you gone through my have you gone through my other videos? Now, here's the deal. Find the one with the bigger premium. Whatever the bigger premium is, that literally tells you if it's bullish or bearish. That's the dominant. Find the bigger premium. This one, which one? So I'm not going to tell you, Reese, which one's the bigger premium while I go on to the next one. Okay. Read the book twice, 3 times, took notes, did practice. So okay, boom. Okay. So here's the thing. You know what you do? Go on my Facebook group. And look, there's a girl who posts up top. The Facebook group, mine is FINRA exam prep, SIE, Series 7, Series 6. That's exactly what it says, word for word. Go on there, okay? Go on there and look for a girl, Beth, who posted that they do a group. Join the fucking study group. That's going to... Look, here's my choice. Either meet with me as a tutor or join a study group. Study groups are free. Me, I'm fucking $185 an hour. Okay? Although, I mean, you can... Michael Weiss is $90 an hour. Brandon Rith is $150. I think he has another person that's under $100. The only reason every Sunday night, Amy, every Sunday night at from 8 to 9:30. That's if you joined the, I don't know if you did or not. Yeah, you did. You joined it every Sunday night from 8 to 9:30. And if you go to the membership videos, the options, there should be a couple of videos in there. You can see what it looks like. Okay. But yeah. Oh, and then once I post it, I think I'm going to post them. You'll get an alert that it's there because I have the other one almost edited. Eve, join a study group. I am telling you, study groups are fucking magic. They're going to put me out of business. Yeah, Eastern time. Come on, I'm on the East Coast. It's only about me. I'm a narcissist, okay? Yeah, I would say if you can at night, they do a study group in the morning and the afternoon, if you like before work, and then one during the day. And there's usually like 3 or 4 people on there. They go through questions, they talk through stuff. And the magic of study groups is, and that's the thing, the magic of the study groups, okay, is that you fight it out. Okay. You don't just sit there and be a wallflower. You got to be involved and be willing to be wrong. That's the key here. You need to be willing to be wrong. Okay. Oh, wow, that's amazing. That's perfect. So it's like what time is that for you? That's like noon for you, right? Okay. That's awesome. Like you eat lunch while we're all getting ready for bed. That's pretty funny. Okay. So Eve, they'll work that out. Okay. So I'm telling you, join the study group. I'm telling you, it's fucking magic. And if not, if you can't find one, I know Ivy's looking for one. I know people are always looking for study groups. If you look, somebody put it in the pin post on my Facebook group, and then somebody actually asked the other day, Ivy did, and 3 or 4 people said they were interested. Now, Reese, back to this. Look at this. The dominant option is to buy a put, right? Right? Buying a put is bullish or bearish, Reese? Tell me that. Is buying a put bullish or bearish? Oh, is that it? Did I finish? Reese, I need an answer from you, baby. Find the dominant. Guys, anyone doing spreads, if you see this for the 7, yes, you find the dominant option, which is the one with the bigger premium, if they give you premiums. If that's bullish, so is the spread. If that's bearish, so is the spread. Okay. Okay, now, guys, I love doing this so much. I do have some phone calls to make. I love this. This is seriously my favorite 2 nights a week, Tuesday and Thursdays. Okay. Except for when I do lacrosse games. So now I'm back doing lacrosse again on Thursday, and we'll go from there. Okay, so now, everyone, listen, go check out Achievable. By the way, this is the other thing. Everyone who passes the exam or even if you don't have to join this group, FinPro Coalition. Go on, it's free, okay? I swear to God, we're there to help you, okay? It's a bunch of powerhouse people, a bunch of lawyers that if you are in trouble and you have a thing with a U4 or you want to start your own IA, they are there to fucking help you. That's what they're going to do, okay? They are there to help you do this, okay? And it's all free stuff. We've already helped like 15 different people with like little things. I sent a lot of people there who call up and say, I need help. One person had shit on their U4 they had to get off. Another person was starting an IA. We found him in the right way. One girl got a wrongful termination. We got JP Morgan to put a good U5 on it. And we found her a job. All this shit is good stuff. Okay. Again, check out Achievable. Check out my link. They're fucking the shit. If you need a supplement, they're great. If you need a standalone, they're awesome also. Okay. There's a link. If you're taking the SIE and you don't want it and you have Achievable already, go check out. I have a link for Notman in there, stuff like that. Guys, I love having you on here. Please check me out for tutoring. Go check out the Facebook group. And don't forget my other shit. I have Series 7 Whisperer on Instagram, and I have I'm under Blue Collar Finance on TikTok. And I'm Capital Advantage Tutoring. I'm thinking about changing it to Series 7 Whisperer, but I don't want to confuse people. Anyway, y'all be good. And don't forget, join my memberships. Check out my options videos. They will change your fucking life. You all have a good night. I will see you all in 48 hours. Well, 46 hours, 47 hours, 46 and a half hours. You all have